Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Open-Minded Thinker Show. Here we want to look at a video of a young revert that memorized the entire Quran, and he really want to tell us the method he used to memorize an entire Quran. The most important here is that he's a revert, a white revert for that matter. Guys, we are lagging behind. When I went to the statistics, yesterday I got a report that about 69.3% of those that watch our channel are not subscribed to this channel, and that's really sad. Like, majority of you here are you're not part of the family. Some of these things are necessary for a channel to grow. I beg of you to subscribe to the channel. Let's go to the video immediately and listen to what he has to say.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So you clicked on this video because you want to memorize the Quran? Great intention. Let's get started. Alright, so a little backstory of me. My name is Adin. This channel goes by the name Ghayasuddin. That's my nickname. And I am 21 years old. I've memorized 10 ajza.
It's just 21-year-old.
Alhamdulillah.
That's amazing. Let's see that in his face.
I give tips on how to memorize the Quran.
Alright.
And steps on how to memorize the Quran.
Okay.
So let's get straight into it. So the first step is intention. Your intention needs to be for Allah only. Not anyone else. Not to show off. Not just to recite Quran and people say, oh, mashallah, look how he is. No. You're doing it for Allah, and you're doing it to teach people. The best thing to do is go by the hadith. خَيْرُكُمْ مِنْ تَعْلَمَ الْقُرْآنِ وَعَمَلَهُ. The best among you is the one who memorizes the Quran and teaches it to others.
Now, he said something intention basically for Allah. When I started learning how to pray as a new Muslim, I was very careful not to show off, except at a time when I have to learn about some of the prayers. I have to work with others to do so. Apart from that, there was no time I had this intention of just showing up, telling people and praying and trying to show my channel. And I go through a very rigorous process to ensure that I learn more about the faith.
Now, if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. Because that is the best thing that you can do on this earth. And that is the number one intention that you should have. Now, the second step is you have to be mentally ready for the challenges that you are going to face. Memorizing the Quran is not easy. And my journey has definitely had downs and ups and so many in between. And it's been a road, and it's still being a road. It's going to be your lifestyle. It's going to be everything. You're going to have to listen to the Quran when you're driving, when you're going to school, when you're doing anything. The Quran is going to be the way of life. If you're going to want to memorize the whole entire Quran, you have to be extremely, extremely, extremely dedicated. Now, the next thing is,
Or the same with prayers. If you really want to pray better, you have to be dedicated.
We're going to a sheikh. Be sure that you have the same mushaf. Get a Quran that you are familiar with, that you're familiar with the script, and get a good sized Quran like this, or whatever you want, but just keep the same Quran forever, because you are going to get confused. If you keep changing the mushafs, you get very, very confused, because your mind will photograph this. I mean, you will memorize from this. When you try to memorize from another Quran, it's going to be very complicated. So this Quran I've had for about 8 years now, and it's always been there. And I recommend these Qurans. Actually, one of my friends got this for me from Jordan. So, if I want to go to the masjid or somewhere, you can just pop this on, read Quran, or you could do it on your phone, obviously. but this would be more better because the phone has distractions. Now the next tip slash step is that you have to find a sheikh. Now people stress about this. Where am I going to find a sheikh? Where am I going to find a sheikh? Well, I have websites that you can go to. There is Firdaus Academy. There is Ayat Academy. There's also italki. italki is a language learning website, but they also have licensed like imams with ijazah in the Quran that will teach you, and it's very low prices. And there's also many others that I will put in the description below. And you have to make sure that your sheikh knows the pronunciations. He has to be a certified Quran teacher with an ijazah, so you are learning the correct pronunciation. Well, after you get a sheikh, you speak with him, and he'll recommend you how many ayats will you memorize per day, or pages, or how much you can. And of course, there are so many different methods to memorize the Quran, be it writing the Quran, be it just repeating it in different kind of forms, or there's so many ways to memorize the Quran. But the way I memorize it is I will give a step-by-step way on how I memorize the Quran. So for example, we will take Surah Al-Qamr for an example. So for example, if I'm memorizing, let's say, Surah Al-Qamr, so let's start. So أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So the first ayah, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. I will repeat it again. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. And I'll read that 5 times.
The Arabic is really very difficult.
Repeat it 5 times in my head. And I will even listen to it just to make sure I'm not making any mistakes, any tajweed mistakes or anything like that. I'll close the Quran, and then I will just keep repeating it without the Quran, and then I'll go to the next ayah. So first, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر مستمر. So I'll go to that ayah now, and I'll do the same thing 5 times without looking at the Quran. And then after I do that to those both ayahs, I go to those both ayahs, and then I recite them both with looking and then without looking. And then you put your Quran to your side. And then let's say a couple hours later you do the same thing. And then you do the same thing in the morning. And those 2 ayahs will be in your head. And after that, the next day do the second ayahs. And then the next day do those 2 ayahs and those 2 ayahs together, and etc. And that's just how you do it. And with longer ayats, you can just break it down. So that is my example on how to memorize the Quran step by step. I hope that you benefited from
I feel very happy that a young person like this, probably by the way he speaks, I think he's living in America currently. He had lived in America, so whatever it is, notwithstanding the environment, he's able to make it to say things like this. I really appreciate this. So head on to his channel and show him love, increase his followership. And for young people who really want to learn the Quran in a different way, please go onto the channel. I think he has very amazing, incredible materials for you to learn, and tips on how to do so. And remember to subscribe to the channel, like grow our family, like this video and share with your family and friends. Until next time.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Join us on our Islamic YouTube channel to learn, grow and connect with like-minded individuals. Our channel is dedicated to sharing the teachings of Islam and promoting peace and understanding. Subscribe now for a wealth of educational content and the opportunity to engage with our community. Your support through like, shares, and comment is greatly appreciated. Jazakallah khair. Memorization of the Quran is a virtuous act that requires dedication and patience. However, it should not be approached as a mere academic exercise. Seek guidance from qualified teachers and scholars to understand the text context, meaning, and wisdom. Memorizing the Quran should also be accompanied by a commitment to live according to its teachings and contribute positively to society.